Hi, you guys. Welcome to Keeping It Real with Millers. And this is going to be a new type of videos that I want to do. I talked about it in one of our last videos that we had done that Morgan's not going to be a part of these videos unless I can somehow talk her into it. But I wanted these videos to be more about kind of what started us into YouTube. Doing the videos and where it has led us now. And some of you know that have followed us that I have recently started an eBay business, and I've learned so much in the not even a year that I've been doing it. I just felt like I've learned a lot by watching other people's YouTube channels and felt like my experience has been different than some of theirs for a lot of different reasons, and so I felt like I wanted to share some of that. And I also love watching people, what they get, what they sell it for, all of those kind of things. And so I thought that I wanted to do that too. And so that is kind of what is gonna create, or has been the creation of this new series that we're gonna do on Keeping It Real with the Millers. And I'm not sure on a name. I've been kind of thinking maybe Real Talk with Monica, because I want it not just to be completely about the thrifting. I want it to also be a place as a mom to other moms or parents, a place where we can talk about other topics and have those conversations too. And so just kind of want to be real as a mom and kind of share different things. But in this video, I want to share how I became an eBay seller, thrifter. I do sell sometimes on Facebook Marketplace, and Thrift Up is what's in my community. And eventually we'll do some videos on how that works for me, because that's been a new experience. But when we started our YouTube channel about a year ago, it was because I quit my job. I was working, I was in my state. There is a thing called Safe Harbor, which works with youth who have been sexually exploited. I am a survivor of that. And so I covered 25 counties in my state, and did trainings and worked with youth and all these things. And it became very emotionally draining for me and for my family. My daughter has severe autism. Some things happened in our family where she needed somebody to be there, and that needed to be me. And so I quit my job, and I started, my thought was I was going to start my own consulting, which I did do, my own consulting and speaking and training business on sexual exploitation as a survivor, leader, advocate in my area, which I did do. It did not pan out the way I had hoped. And that was really God. For me, that was really a God saying, I'm going to give you things that you can do to help in that area, but right now your family needs to come first. And that was when my daughter, who's 21, who has autism, really needed me and needed time with me. And I wanted to do something fun and uplifting and something that would help kind of lift her self-esteem. And what ended up happening, it ended up lifting my self-esteem and really changing my life. So we started Keeping It Real with the Millers, which has been great. And we decided to do unboxing videos because that's what we love to watch. And so we'd watch a bunch of them. And I'm a huge research person. Like when I get into stuff, like I really want to learn about it and know what I'm doing. And so I watch tons and tons and tons of YouTube videos, found boxes, research where the best boxes were, which ones. And that's what all of our videos from the past have been, pretty much our unboxing videos. And we will continue to do those. Those are so much fun. But what ended up happening in that time was we would get these items and neither one of my kids would want them. And so I started storing them in different things. And of course, our viewers are small, and that's okay. We love the ones that we have. They're loyal, and we love that. But I ended up with abundance of things that I didn't know what to do with. Like, can I do giveaways? I didn't think anybody wanted this stuff, but I felt like it was wasteful to throw it away. And of course, watching another YouTuber who had even more stuff than I did, like had a whole room full of stuff, which now I guess I do, but in a different way. And she too was talking about what do I do with this stuff, and she would do giveaways and definitely had more subscribers than we did, so those went well for her. But then had talked about that she was going to do lots and sell them on eBay, and that she had done that with other items, and that had been profitable for her and helped kind of pay for the boxes. And so for me, not working, I have a very loving and supporting mom who has helped our journey, but it was getting expensive. And so I needed a way to help pay for the boxes so I could keep doing that with my daughter. And so that was when I learned about, I've known about eBay. I've had a eBay account for a long time. I've sold a few things here or there. I think we all have done that, but not to the extent of understanding like how to like sell a lot of different items, or I didn't know how to I knew basic things, how to create things, but so I started like researching that again. Like I said, I'm a researcher, looking up on eBay, not reactivating, but going back on my account and just looking up like some of the items that I had and like, oh, okay, I could actually pay for, 2 items could help me pay for another box or whatever, and I'd get rid of some things. And so I wanted to learn how to do that. And so I found different YouTubers, and I'm going to mention some names and put some of their links because they've been really helpful. But Rockstar Flipper was a huge, huge asset for me. And he does not know I'm making, any of these know I'm making this video, so this is not a promo for them, or there's no like kickback or, no spam, or I don't know what all that clickbait. That's not what any of this is. It's just me being real. And he really changed things for me and really helped me, and was really just like, he kept it really simple, and he was really just real and open and shared a lot of really detailed stuff. And through him, I met other people throughout the community. And then also learned that through Facebook, there's these groups too. And that's a whole other conversation because there's been good and bad of that too. But those things helped me. So I started listing these things. And then I had a few things that, of course, that the kids had around that they didn't want, a few electronics, and they did good. Like, not, I wasn't a millionaire, but it helped. And I loved it. So in my 2 main jobs, one as a survivor, speaker, advocate, that's really stressful and that's really emotional, and it's a passion of mine, and I love making a difference, and sexual exploitation in the world, let alone in the United States, needs to end. And then my second job as a mom of 2 kids and one with severe autism can be taxing and draining in itself too. And so this job this thing that I was doing became fun and exciting, and it was a different resource for me, and the community that I was starting to get to know, I enjoyed them. I enjoyed Rockstar Flipper's videos, and I enjoyed learning and trying something new. And so I started to watch more and learn what to source, and tried a bunch of different sourcing things, which we could have that video. I started with, of course, the stuff we'd get from our subscription boxes, to then starting with clothes. But what I realized was I live in a community. I live in northern Minnesota in a small community, and there wasn't a lot of options. I was blessed because of my other job. I was out of town and going to bigger cities, so I was able to do some sourcing down there. But I found that people really love clothes, and I didn't really love clothes. I didn't love selling them. I didn't really love them. They didn't sell very well for me, but they were a great learning experience. And so in this time, I want to say, I don't even know how long it's been actually. I want to say like 7 months, 8 months. I think it's almost coming up on a year. I could be wrong though, but I have learned a lot. And so luckily I invested some money into it. And as you can see behind me, these are items I have listed, and so my family was very supportive of it and kind of created a small at-home business area. And you know, at some point I want to do a video and show everything. So like, these are all my items, most of them that are listed. On the side of me, I have like some of the cleaning supplies and batteries and different things. And then like over in this area, I have like way over there. I don't know if you can see that. My finger's not pointing to it, but I have like some of my packaging supplies. And then up there's jewelry. And I'm always changing it. Clear bins are a plus, I will say that. But it's been great. I've just really enjoyed it. I've had some amazing customers. I've had not so amazing customers. I've learned so much. You know, I started by like when I was not knowing how to sell things, not realizing that when you list something that you're charged for it if you don't have a store. And if you do have a eBay store, you have to pay for that, and you get so many listings free based on where your store's at, but then you still have eBay fees. They charge you for different things. So they charge you for a percentage of what you sold your item for, and then if your item isn't free shipping, they charge you another fee. And I didn't know any of that. Then PayPal, I didn't know that when you do this and you get money into your PayPal account, they charge you a fee. So I have the system down at all, like how to keep track, so I knew how much money I was making. Or, you know, I would just say, cha-ching, you know, you sold it for this, and think, oh, that's what I'm making, and then got a bill from eBay saying that, you know, you owe this amount, go into my PayPal account, and like, hey, they took some too. And so I had to create a system so that I knew for each item, you know, also keeping track how much I paid for it, how much I was trying to sell it for, how much I actually sold it for, shipping costs. I didn't know anything about that. So it was a huge learning curve. And then how to source in areas where there's not a lot of sourcing opportunities for me. And so like I learned how to look for online. I've tried liquidation. I tried a bunch of different things, you know, how to print labels. I started where you printed it on a piece of paper and you cut it and you taped it, you know, how to buy products in bulk, you know, when you're not sure if you're going to sell that many, but taking that risk because it's less taxing. How to, another thing is, some do and some don't. I do, but I didn't at the beginning, but, well, and then, here, I'm actually going to see, I don't think I have them. But when I started, like I have drawers on the side of my desk that all have different things. Like I have a drawer that has all like scissors and pencils and highlighters and just everything. And then I have a drawer that has like all different types of tools I would use. And then I have one that has like cleaning supplies and stuff. But I have them. I'm sorry, you guys. Tried to be prepared. I didn't think I threw them, but maybe I did. But so when I started, I saw people were putting like thank you cards, or, you know, asking for good feedback and just saying thank you for purchasing. And so I made my own. I wished I had them. They were just, I had some business cards before when I started my other business that I didn't use up because I eventually had bought professional ones. And so I used those and I put those in. And then I had a different, at that time I had an inkjet printer, so it was costing me a lot of money because I wanted them to be colorful. So then I saw on eBay you could buy these guys. And I could get 100 of these for, I forget how much, I think it was like $6 or $7. And so I'd get these sent to me. And I was going through those quite a bit. It's not very personalized. You know, it doesn't say anything about my eBay store name. Of course, I loved them because they're pink. And that's just one of my things. So recently, when I still have these because I'm trying to use them up, I don't want it to go to waste. I've learned that. Don't have anything go to waste. But I wanted it to be more personal. I wanted to start branding my store. And so then I created, you see that? More personalized ones. And found that when I did that, they were costing me the same, and I was actually getting them more. I get mine done at Vistaprint, I think it is. Let's see. Yeah. Vistaprint. And I got a whole bunch of boxes of these. And if you buy more, they're cheaper. And when you check out, you get a discount, all those kind of things. So those were things that I learned that, you know, helped me. How to create an Excel sheet, that worked for me. So everybody has different ones and what works for them. And, you know, if you sell different amounts, I think, or have different things, you get different prices off of your store, you know, so it was different. So I had to create what worked for me. I have a system where I write down the product that I sold, how much, and I just use sheets of paper. So I'm always looking for little notebooks. And then you know, so when items sell, I do this before I ship it. I write down the item, how much it sold for, what I paid for shipping, and I include my shipping costs. So for me, most of the things that I ship in, like bubble wrap, or not like bubble wrap things, most of my stuff, unless it's bigger items, cost me about 60 cents in shipping supplies to ship. And that's with including these types of things, all that kind of stuff. So I always include that, and then I include the shipping costs. And that's regardless if there's free shipping, if they're even paying for shipping. I put that in because when I put the price they paid, that's including what they paid for shipping. So I'll do that, and I'll fill up a couple of these sheets. And then what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll figure out what I paid in cost for eBay, and then what I paid in cost for PayPal, and then I'll figure, you know, from there, then I figure it out. Other people do it different than I do. That's what has worked for me, and that's how I've figured out pretty much what my profit is. We're pretty close to. So, and I've learned I have changed things that I like to sell. I love to sell kids' clothes. People always ask me what my favorite thing to sell is, and I have two. My number one favorite thing to sell is Crocs shoes, which seems weird, but I love to sell them. People love to buy them. They're very easy to clean, so I clean everything. And then my other thing is I'm really getting into jewelry, and for me that started with Disney jewelry, and I've continued to just find a love for more jewelry, and through that has got me researching, and I have found some amazing new YouTubers that I've learned so much from, and even through liquidation. There's this one YouTuber, I'm going to get it all wrong, it's Liquidation OH, I think that's right. Okay, I just feel bad because I'm really bad. Like some days I'm surprised I remember my own name. But okay, I want to just get it right, you guys. And I'm going to have their links down below because I feel, yeah, it's Liquidation. I think it's OH, capital OH. I don't know how he says it. And he helped me with liquidation. He does a lot of liquidation through liquidation.com. And I have bought from them. And I've had all right luck. I'm not a huge electronics person. So I get frustrated with it easily. And I don't have a lot of capital, so I can't keep buying big lots, and I'm not at that place yet, and I can't afford to do pallets yet. I don't have the room for it. And because of where I am, I'm so close to Canada that a lot of these companies are further south, and so shipping to me becomes very, very expensive. And so that hasn't been always lucrative for me. But I've gotten into this jewelry stuff and wanting to learn more of it because I had, and I'm going to do a video on it, but I bought a 6-pound lot of Disney jewelry, and I just love jewelry. I don't wear jewelry. It's so weird, but I love it. I think it's beautiful. I love to fix it up, and I've noticed that it sells pretty good. And so through that, I found a couple different people, and the first person I found, which they don't even sell jewelry, so it was kind of interesting for me, but I found, okay, I gotta find them now. It's Steven Steph Resale Killers. I did a search and I found them. And they do a lot of liquidation, and they're amazing. Oh my gosh, they're the funniest people. Like, I could just spend a day with them. They have, like, twisted sense of humor like me and my family do. But they're real, and that's the one thing I love about them the most. And I don't know how when I did the search, because I don't sell jewelry, but through them I found these other great people. And the first person I found was Thrifty Treasures, and her name's Tanya. And she really changed things for me. And everybody in this community has just been amazing. And then from her, I found Treasured Vintage, Mothership Products. I'm just trying to think. Garage Flips. Got Junk in Our Trunk. Golden Finger Pickers. Let's see. I think Cincinnati Pickers, Rolling Pickers. There's just a whole bunch of them that are a part of this. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anybody that are like my main go-tos. I think that's the main ones. But I'm going to list a bunch of them because they have been a game changer for me in the last month. I really have become a part of their community. They've been really open to me, and I've been really grateful because some of the other communities, even online, have not been so great to me. I recently, in our last video, posted that box of that mystery box I got from eBay, which you guys, she's sending me a couple more, so I'm really excited to share those. So Morgan will do those with me. But I got some really negative and hurtful and was called spam and was called like all really horrible names. And so it really made me gravitate even more to this community, which has become like a family. They're like a family. It's amazing. You want to become a part of it because they just make you feel so special. So this video is getting longer than I expected. But so I want to do more videos to explain what my process was. You know, I want to do, so just some different things I'm going to do really quick and show you. So I have a Dymo Label Writer 450, and that's what I do my labels that like go to people. And so I don't want to like show their address, but I think that covers it. But that's what the labels look like, and then I purchase it on eBay. But when I started, like I said, I would print it on a big piece of paper and cut it out and tape it. And then I got where you could buy like the label stickers, and I had the two. And this is what, and I love this because it's a thermal printer, so it doesn't cost me ink. And I just have to buy these, and it's been great. And I bought mine off of eBay. A company was closing and sold it. It was great, and it's been a lifesaver. But all of these, and I have a lot more bins of just items that I haven't even like gone through yet, and I'm an organized freak. So I don't know if you can see, but some of them have labels on them and some of them don't. And I had one labeler and I use it for everything. And I thought I need to have my own for down here. So I recently went to the store. Ooh, I'm going to break it already. And I bought this thing. I'm really excited because Dymo is what I have for my other. And so I want to do a video unboxing that and just showing you guys what it's like, and then letting you know once I have it up and stuff, because I'm excited. And it's like a wireless one or something. You use stuff on your apps or whatever. And then I want to start doing videos of like showing you. So this is, I went out yesterday. This is items that I picked up. There's some jewelry in here. There's some other items. Let's start showing you guys like what I have purchased. I know I've talked to a couple other YouTubers about possibly doing some type of video together or collaborating with them, especially on the jewelry part. I have my 6 pounds of Disney jewelry that I want to do and show you guys. I have some, obviously, more mystery boxes coming that definitely me and Morgan will be doing. And so if there's questions too, topics you'd like me to talk about, even if it's on autism, whatever it is, like I would like to know. I hope to do like just a short video and eventually put it up of like what all my setup looks like, how I try to stay organized as much as I can in the small space that we have. I think that's everything. But last of the thing. Oh, and what do you guys think about Real Talk with Monica as a name? Let me know. But last thing is I sold one thing yesterday. I bought a lot of Mary Kay. from a lady locally that was getting rid of her inventory. And some of it has done really good. Some of it, I haven't sold barely any of it. And so I'm just hoping it will. I right now am at a place. So I inventoried all that on my eBay sheet. And that is something I will tell you I won't be able to do. I don't know how to do that where I can show you things on my screen. I'm not tech savvy like that. So unless I learn that, you just got to take my word for it. But I'm hoping just to make my money. But so I do sell a lot of their foundation sells really easily, and I try to price it pretty decent. But so this one sold, and it sold for $22.27, and my cost is $2. So I paid $2 per item because it was a lot of them. And I'm trying to think what eBay all my costs will be. I want to say with shipping and everything, my cost will probably be about maybe $10, maybe a little bit under. I'll try to do better with that when I'm showing you the solds, is to have all that information so you can know. But what I wanted to show you is, so what I do is when I have something sold, I do all that. And then I figure out what type of mailer I'm going to put it in. And these ones I put in these little, of course pink, right? Little padded poly mailers. And I just stick it in there. Well, actually, I'm going to be truthful. I weigh it. I have a scale that I weigh it, and then I do my label, which is how I get this. And then on these, because they're so tiny, I have to just peel this guy off. Let me try to center it. And I really try to stick my label on there. So then I have my label on there. Because if I put the product in these ones, especially, a lot of them, it doesn't fit on very nice, so that's something I do. All right, then I always make sure I put in my thank you card. And I don't know if it helps to get feedback. I have 100% good feedback. I've had one feedback I had to have removed, but I don't know if that helps. I have some great customers, I want to say. Like, my customers are really amazing. I get really good. Like, it's not just like, I mean, I do get some of the, oh, you're a good seller. They're just kind of the generic ones. But I get some of them where they really, like, give me good details. Tell me if they really love the item. I love those. I always, every day I check my feedback. I love to read it. Sometimes I get even emails. And it becomes like kind of a conversation that goes back for a while. I love that. Alright, so then I just pulled off the thing and I stick it on there, pull that, and then there I go. And today, I'm going thrifting. I have a honey spot in my town. It's my only honey spot. And every so often they have 70% off, and they put new stuff out there every so many Tuesdays. And I go and I pick through, and I'm really picky right now because I have been garage selling and not listing very much, and so I have so much inventory. But it's my little honey spot, and Morgan hates going, but I make her go with me, and I bribe her with lunch or something. So we're about to go do that today. And I will drop this off at my post office. And my post office is usually pretty good about scanning it, and I don't have to worry about all of that. So I hope this is helpful, like, to understand where I'm at and why, like, in me and Morgan's videos, I talk about eBay so much, because it helps me to stay home with her. It helps us to keep on doing our boxing videos. It helps me to do other fun things with her. And my other child, Cedric, too. And I love it. And to all of these new people that I'm going to list down below, if you're watching, I just want to say, and even Rockstar Flipper, which I don't know if you'll ever watch my video, but I really want to say thank you. I'm going to cry. I don't know why. As a single mom, I'm just trying to be the best mom that I can be. And to be there for my daughter, and to be able to financially help my family just a little bit. It helps to have people who have welcomed and just make it easier and make it fun. And Christine, Steph and Steven, like, and teach me how to kill people if I need to. Really appreciate that information. You have to watch their videos to understand that. But it gives me joy, like, to watch those videos every day or to be able to interact. It has felt really, it's been a really good addition at the end of this year to my eBay business. So make sure to check them out, you guys. They really are helpful if you're interested in this. Also, even just to learn about when you're buying from eBay, why people sell things for the price that they do, because there's a lot of work that goes into getting these products ready for you, and especially with sellers who actually care about their product. There's a lot of behind the scenes that people don't realize, and I hope to show that part so that you understand when you're making lowball offers, how that is like really hard for sellers to take, and it's kind of like a kick in the shin for us. So remember, keep keeping it real until I see you guys next time. Bye!